So, if not now, when? That became the question that was keeping me up at night and finally pushed me to take action. But it wasn't until I had a wake up call that I was willing to move. In this video, I'm going to talk about that wake up call and how it's not so uncommon for people 50, 60, 70, right? It takes what it takes for us to make our next move. And it doesn't have to get that far, but sometimes it does. I'm going to talk about how I'm funding my retirement now, and I'm going to talk about how you can fund your retirement now too. So, if that sounds interesting, let's get into it. My name is Kim. I am married, have an adult daughter, 62. I'm 61, almost 62. And when I was 60, my youngest sibling passed away. He actually was the third of my siblings to pass away. I'm the oldest, and I had three siblings who all passed away before me. But something happened when he died. I was sitting at my desk at my office one day, and after he died, and I just felt like life was just passing right before my eyes. I felt like I saw how I was just living to survive, like every day, every day. I knew I had an underfunded retirement. That was obvious. And so I was trying to catch up, continually catching up. I'd been a little lazy with that. And suddenly it just was like all right here in my face, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. The life that I wanted as 60 plus into my 70s, this was not it. And quite honestly, the only future I saw was sitting at my desk for the next 20 years because I didn't have enough money to retire. And so something had to change. That was the question that kept me up at night. What was I going to do now? I'd let things slide for too long. I felt like it was too late. I felt like there was no catching up. And with a conventional job, getting, a conventional salary, there wasn't a way. I was not going to be able to catch up. There was no hope, right? There just wasn't any hope. What happened was that a friend of mine showed me this daily pay blueprint. Although I didn't understand it, what I did understand was a 100% profit, right? You see, I had tried multi-level marketing. I had tried network marketing. I had tried a whole slew of, quote, side hustles trying to get ahead. Because remember, life was all about getting ahead. And then I found this daily pay blueprint. If you want more information about this blueprint, go down to the comments below. I've linked my website. Go to my website, leave me your email address. It'll ask for your email address, and I will send you this daily pay blueprint. Okay, I could make 100% profit, but what did I have to do, right? That's what everybody wants to know. I'm not tech savvy. I don't know anything about digital products. I know nothing about having an online business. But I was desperate enough. I had to try something. And quite honestly, I got excited about it because this is something that was all mine, right? I didn't have a boss telling me what to do. Like, this was my own business. I could finally have some autonomy, financial autonomy from my husband. Because what if something happened to him? That was another thing that was going on in my head. What if something happens to him and I don't have his income? My income, it's not only cut in half if I lose his, it's like cut by 3/4. He's a fairly high earner. So what am I going to do? Right? So those were the things. I wanted not only to live a life that was beyond just surviving, I needed and I craved the financial security in my 60s and my 70s. I didn't want to worry about it anymore. This is 100% profit and it's a fully automated system. What does that mean, right? This means that it's an automation that's built for you. So we have 4 done for you digital products. I don't have to create anything. I liked that because I didn't even know what a digital product was. An automation meaning that once you plug yourself into the system, It works for you 24/7, right? So I don't have to be stuck in a desk. I don't have to be in front of a computer all the time. I don't need to be driving this all the time, right? I've been driving my career, I've been driving so many things, and I was just spinning my wheels. This was different. So that got me excited as well. I had to learn what digital products were. I had to learn how to promote digital products. I had to learn how to go on social media and talk about digital products. But I was okay with that. There's an online learning platform that teaches you all of these things. So I wasn't by myself. That was another thing that got me very hopeful. And I started to imagine that I really could have the life in my 60s and 70s that I thought was too late for, that I thought I had screwed up. I thought I was screwed financially until I came into this daily pay blueprint. And I see now that I'm not. And so that gave me hope and that got me excited. And that's why I talk about this with people because, if you're like me doing the 9 to 5 grind, like we all were, right? If you maybe you got lazy like me. Maybe you started started saving for your retirement a little too late. Maybe you didn't save for your retirement at all. Maybe like life happens and you already had to go through that money. There was a layoff, whatever, right? I mean, so many things could happen. But the one thing that I was certain about was that if anybody was going to be able to change my future, it was me. I had to stop wishing for the miracle and become the miracle, create the miracle. Like nobody was coming to save me. I wanted a full life. And when my brother passed and I didn't have my siblings here anymore, both my parents were gone. I was all by myself. There wasn't anybody. It was all up to me. That was my wake up call. I believe we all get wake up calls, some bigger than others. But it's really, what do you do when you get that wake up call? Do you just say, yeah, I'll get to it later? Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I'll think about it. Right? We stay in this place of complacency. And I stayed in this place of complacency for far too long. And so when my brother passed and I realized, Kim, it's freaking now or never. Like, you don't have tomorrow. Tomorrow is not guaranteed for any of us. None of us. I don't care how old you are. You could be 20, you could be 80. Nobody is guaranteed tomorrow. So I had to make a decision and I started following this daily pay blueprint. And if you want, I have a free PDF, how to make 10K in 30 days. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know it doesn't sound like it's possible. What if you could just make $300 a week, right? Is that something you could wrap your head around, right? An extra $1,200 a month. Is that something that you could wrap your head around? I mean, that could make a difference for a lot of people, right? Let's not even talk about the 10K in 30 days. Let's talk about $100 a week, right? I mean, wherever you are in your life, whatever that delta is between where you want to be, working this daily pay blueprint, you can get there. So that got me fired up, right? We operate on a 2-hour work. I will teach you what that 2-hour workday is, right? I come on social media every day. I post content on social media. That's one of my 2-hour income earning activities, right? We place free classified ads on websites. We talk about what has got us excited because people need to be excited, my friend. People need to be excited. They need something to look forward to because honestly, life is more than just surviving. We've got to live this life and find the joy because it's hard enough on its own. So I'm going to go back to the 10K in 30 days. You go to my website and you put your email in, and the first email that you're going to get, because this is part of my automation, my email automation that's done already, attached to the first email is that free PDF, how to make 10K in 30 days. I feel like for me, I was forced to make a decision. I had to lose a lot. I had to lose a lot of people in my life before I was willing to move. For I was willing to get out of my own freaking way. Now, it doesn't take that much for everybody, but apparently that's what it took for me. So if you are in this place, my friend, whether that's where you are, you've lost people, loved ones close to you who have died, you've gone through a bankruptcy, whatever, like it doesn't have to get that bad before you do something different. So if you are coming into your 60s and you have an underfunded retirement, working this daily pay blueprint will take care of that for you. This will help. If you have an underfunded retirement, what would $1,200 a month do for you? Hell, imagine making $900 a day. What would that do for you? Like, I didn't believe I could make $900 in a day until I made my first $900 in a day doing this program right here. We have a community of almost 50,000 people. The only way that you will fail at this is if you quit. And I, for one, had quit on myself so many times. I leave you with this. What is your wake-up call? Have you had a wake-up call? Do you remember that wake-up call? It's time to move, my friend, because each one of us need another move. We need a next move, or we're going to continually stay in this place where you are spinning your wheels, which is what I was doing. That's the grind. That's the 9 to 5 grind. I was on that hamster wheel, man, because life is hard enough. If you're tired of just surviving and these questions are keeping you up at night also, like they were me, like, what are you going to do, Kim? What are you going to do? Comment ready. Let me know. Let me know what you think about this video. Go to my website. Again, it's down below in the comments. It's in my bio, and it's also linked below in the comments. Leave a good email address. Take a look at this blueprint, and then you can decide what your next move is. And it might not be this, and that's fine. I'm just here giving you an opportunity that you might not otherwise have. Is it the only thing out there? No. Like I said, I've done all kinds of things online trying to make money. This is the one thing that is hit for me. Nothing else hit. Nothing else had the profit that this has had for me. And so I present this as a possibility for you. If you find yourself 60, 70, 50, whatever, without enough money coming in to retire comfortably, and you're worried about your future financially. This, my friend, is worth taking a look at. All for now. Bye.